like I'm the only one excited. So as some of you guys may or may not know, Valentine's Day is coming up February 14th. Clap it up for Valentine's Day. Okay, so in honor of Valentine's Day, I thought I'd share with you guys my top favorite fictional couples of all time, not exclusive to just book couples, but any type of couples from any type of media that I enjoy. So let's get into it. Let me share with you guys my favorite couples, and maybe it'll help you guys believe in love again, hopefully. Okay, let's get started. Also, if you hear noise in the background, that's because my radiator is kicking because it's cold outside. Starting off extremely strong, we're gonna start with Remus and Sirius from the Marauders. I don't have a Remus Funko Pop, I just have a Sirius one, but best believe I'm gonna get a Remus one day, and they're gonna be sitting next to each other and they're gonna be holding hands, and sometimes when I accidentally look towards them, they're gonna be kissing, and then when they notice me looking at them, they're gonna turn away like they weren't kissing, but they were kissing. Okay, I need to like slow down. Like this video is gonna be like too chaotic. Okay, but Remus and Sirius, the couple that basically invented love, the couple that I literally have a tattoo for because I'm so insane. Okay, so Remus and Sirius, or in other words, #Wolfstar, is one of the most beautifully crafted couples I have ever laid my eyes on and I have ever read about in my whole entire life. And no, I'm not exaggerating. They're so tragically doomed in a way that makes my cold little heart feel something. And I literally stay up at night thinking about them. When I finished reading All the Young Dudes, I literally sobbed in my room every day for a whole week. Literally every night on cue, waterworks. I'm lucky I didn't end up in like a mental hospital, bro, because I was like going so insane over them. It was honestly a little unhealthy the way I got so insanely obsessed with them and the hold that they had over me when I finished reading that book and throughout that whole book. And even now, the hold they have on me is insane. Like they're marked on my ow! Oh my god, guys, I'm a little bit more powerful than I think because that actually hurt. But they're literally marked on me for the rest of my lives. This is my Wolfstar tattoo, guys. This is Sirius and this is Remus, and yeah, they're like holding tails. This is such a beautiful couple that is such, how do I put this? Like they're such a product of their environment. Like their relationship is so complex and complicated. The miscommunication goes absolutely insane, even though sometimes it is their fault. Like sometimes they just don't know how to communicate, but I think it's mostly because they're products of their environment. Their environment and the world that they're growing up in plays a huge part in how their relationship plays out. And I think it's so interesting to see that no matter what happens and no matter the shit that gets thrown at them, they always seem to find a way to fit back into each other's lives. Their bond is actually unbelievable, like a bond I've never before seen in my whole entire life. Reading All the Young Dudes specifically and seeing them grow up and seeing them both break down each other's walls, get to know parts of each other that other people don't get to see in such a vulnerable and honest way. And it was such a beautiful thing to see them kind of develop into these characters that make room for each other and consider each other and just know how to fit in perfectly with one another. I think something I specifically love about them is that no matter what has been going on, no matter the time that has passed, they're always going to choose love. There's literally a quote inside the fanfic where Sirius tells Remus that it's a choice. You can pick love or hate. And then he asks him, like, what do you pick, love or hate? And Remus replies immediately, love. Because both of them are always gonna choose love. Like the love and care that they have for others is essentially what really drives them and drives their motives. I think it's just so beautiful to see two men that come from a world where, you know, their love shouldn't be accepted, learn to find acceptance within themselves and find acceptance in their relationship. It's just so beautiful and it's so wholesome, and I've never seen a love as powerful as theirs that quite literally transcends lifetimes. Every time I read a new fic, I'm just like, yup, in every single universe it's them. and I love them so much. They're everything to me. They're my babies, and I literally carry them everywhere I go. Okay, next I'm going to be talking about Toru and Kyo from the anime Fruits Basket. And this is Kyo right here. I have him in his little cat form, and he looks so angry because he's always so angry. I wish I had Toru also so they can like sit next to each other. I have Yuki, but they be having beef sometimes, so I don't know if I can put them next to each other. Their love story is so incredibly special to me because Toru is the one that showed Kyo what it was like to be loved, to be considered, to feel like you're worth something. She showed him that. She showed him that he was worthy of experiencing those emotions and experiencing those things, and to know that he is worthy and capable of love. And Kyo, my cutie, my little baby kitten who is always angry but surprisingly is never that mad with Toru. I wonder why, guys. What I specifically love about their love story is that Kyo knows that he's this damaged character, that he comes with a lot of baggage, that he comes with a lot of internal struggles. You know, he acknowledges the fact that he has a lot of things he struggles with. And here comes Toru that manages to form this friendship with him, that manages to form this bond with him. Like, she didn't wipe away everything that he struggles with, but she managed to love him anyways. And I think it's something he really appreciates because he knows he's never going to be this perfect person and he's never going to be the perfect guy. But having that knowledge that she loves him regardless of literally anything that he carries with him. Also, it's just so beautiful to think that she doesn't love him in spite of his flaws, but she loves him for who he is, flaws and all. And Kyo, my little baby kitten, has never loved someone as much as he loves Toru. And he's such a cutie because he likes to play it off like he doesn't really care about anyone, but when push comes to shove and she needs him and she needs someone to have her back, he is always the first person there. He's always right behind her, supporting her, trying to make sure she's okay. She has him wrapped around her finger without doing anything but showing him kindness. I also think it's so cute to see Kyo be this tough character that puts up this front and have Toru come and break down his walls and really show a more vulnerable side to him. So yeah, I'll fight anyone that gets in their way because they deserve every happiness ever. And yeah, my pookies. Okay, the next two characters I'm going to talk about are Anne and Gilbert from Anne with an E. And oh my goodness, these characters have lived with me for so super long. And they've also made me tweak for years because watching that show live while it was airing and seeing each season, we progressively start to get closer to their eventual, what I believe to be their eventual relationship, because they have been my OG OTP. And seeing after each season, we just get a little bit closer, but we're not quite there yet. It was so excruciating for me because I ship them so much. I think what I love most about them is who they are as individual people and the things that they both individually stand for. I think they're just characters that hold very similar values, which makes them both very compatible. Like, even the parallel of them both coming from orphan roots and, you know, growing up and creating their own family, leaning on their education, having values that adhere with equality and certain values and standards that don't really coincide with the time period that they're in, but still upholding these values because it's what they believe in and it's who they are as people. So them as individual people are already wonderful, but then bringing these two characters together and forming this kind of union of like-minded individuals who believe in the same things, who stand for the same things, and bringing this together is just so beautiful to see. I think they also just have a beautifully well-rounded relationship where they can both learn so much from each other and they can get so much out of the relationship that's not just surface level or superficial. Gilbert was literally smitten with Anne the minute he first saw her. He was already calling her cute on day one, guys. And it's just so cute and beautiful to see their relationship progress as they slowly start to develop and grow up as characters, and see them kind of grow into their feelings for each other. I love them so much. They're so dear to me, and I miss them so much too, because if you guys didn't know, the show got canceled after the 3rd season, and literally that was the most traumatic day of my life. I literally know where I was when I heard the news that it was canceled. I was in Spanish class my senior year of high school, and I was sitting by myself and I was scrolling on my phone, and then I saw the news on Instagram, I think, that it was getting canceled, and I literally held back tears, guys, in Spanish class. I think I did cry actually, and yeah, it was horrible. I don't know why they would cancel it. It was such an important show. It was such an important show to me, but whatever. The next couple I'm going to be talking about is Nick and Jess from the TV show New Girl. Nick, who literally said he fell in love with Jess the minute she walked through that door. Nick, who keeps a quarter in his pocket at all times because it's the same quarter he had in his pocket the first day he kissed Jess. Nick, who always shows up for Jess no matter what's happening in his life, no matter where he's at. If Jess needs him, Nick will show up because he's so that audio that's like, you came, you called, that's them. That's literally them. These characters just love each other so much and are so fully accepting of the quirks that the other one might have, the baggage that the other one might come with. They're just so accepting and loving of one another. I think they have a love that is difficult to replicate, and one that was building up for several seasons. Like, that show was like 7 seasons long, and it was just so beautiful seeing each season their relationship develop, their friendship develop, and you know, their feelings continue to grow. That whole show just felt like a love story for them. Also, I just love seeing a man so wholly obsessed with a woman. Like, yes, he's literally wrapped around your finger, girl. I love it. I eat it up so much. Oh my god, I love when men grovel. It's my favorite thing in the whole wide world. This coming from a lesbian. What can I say except for they're perfect. They belong with each other in every single universe. So yeah. The next 2 characters I'm going to talk about are Wilhelm and Simone from the TV show Young Royals. Both these characters and this TV show did so much for me and my sexuality and my queer journey. These are 2 characters that have so much love for each other and care so deeply for one another that they're willing to put so much on the line and so much at stake to be with one another. I think what I specifically love about their story is that it doesn't focus too much on homophobia and having the characters be like, oh, I can't like them because, you know, I don't want to be gay. And obviously queer media does focus and center around that a lot, the aspect of characters not wanting to be together because they aren't fully accepting of themselves. And I think it's just so refreshing to see these 2 characters that genuinely do want to be together, that have no problem with loving another boy, but just can't be together because, once again, they're a product of their environment. They are put into situations that prevent them from being with one another, that really have nothing to do with, you know, their personal feelings, but has everything to do with the responsibilities that are being placed on them, specifically on Wilhelm, which is the crown prince, and the responsibility he has to like tackle and the expectations that he is receiving from his family members. I think I just love seeing a love that is so all-consuming that no matter what else is at stake, no matter what else is going on in life, they're always gonna pick love and they're always gonna pick one another. I just love their love so bad. They did so much for me and my personal acceptance, and I'm literally never gonna forget them because they're so deeply entwined into who I am as a person and how I've grown up to be and how accepting I've grown up to be with myself. Next, I'm gonna talk about my sapphics from the TV show The 100, Lexa and Clark. Hashtag Clexa. Their love story is so special to me. Seeing these 2 women that are so distinct and yet so similar come together and find this love within one another and break down each other's walls and show each other the true meaning of love is just so beautiful. Clark came into Lexa's life, and Lexa is this ruthless, no feeling, powerful leader that just puts, you know, reason over her heart every single time. And here comes Clark breaking down my baddie's walls and showing her how to be vulnerable, showing her how to love. Something Lexa says a lot, which is something that her people taught her, was that love was weakness. And then Clark comes in and like shows her that's not true. Like, your love isn't weakness. Like, you can get so much power from being in love or showing kindness, showing compassion. Like, you can get so much out of it. And it was just so cute to see Lexa, who everyone thinks is like heartless, actually have a heart and be so vulnerable and comfortable around Clark. And Clark just admires Lexa so much for her strength and her resilience, and they're just so compatible because they're both leaders. They both want what's right for their people. They both want to make an impact. I think what I specifically love about their relationship is that since they're both these leaders to their people, they're the only ones that know just how much weight is on their shoulders and how much they have to endure. Nobody else really gets it, and they kind of shit on both these characters a lot of the time, being like, oh my god, you're ruthless, like you're making all the wrong decisions. But they're the only ones that ever like really get each other, because they're the only ones that know what it feels like to have that pressure on you. And it's just so freaking cute. And it's specifically so cute to see Lexa, who we met as this ruthless leader, and then seeing her be all giddy over Clark. I'll literally never get over how the writers proceeded with their storyline, because it traumatized me. But yeah, Sapphics deserve everything. Lexa and Clark deserve everything. And it's been years since the show's been over, and I still think about them all the time, and I still watch fire edits of them all the time, and baddie edits of Lexa, because duh. The next couple I'm going to be talking about is Kit and Ty from the series The Dark Artifices by Cassandra Clare. I don't even know where to begin with this couple. They're not even a couple. They're two boys that are... they're so wholesome, and they don't know how to understand their feelings because they're so young. In this specific series, when they first met, they were 15 years old, and they immediately formed this beautiful bond and this beautiful friendship with one another. Ty is obsessed with Sherlock Holmes, so he immediately called Kit the Watson to his Sherlock. So they're partners. In queer terms, you know what the fuck partners means. So yeah, in this series, we just kind of see them form this friendship and bond that is unlike anything either of them have ever really had. Ty has always been super closed off. The only person he really connects with is his twin sister Livy. And it's just so cute to watch this series, this trilogy of 3 books, and seeing their interactions slowly develop and progress, and seeing within it not only this beautiful friendship, but the little subtle hints that there's more to it. Seeing how they're both kind of developing crushes for one another, which is so, oh my god, I can't even emphasize how subtle it is. Some people don't even really think that they're a couple, or that they will be a couple in the future, because yes, Cassandra Clare is writing a spin-off of these 2 characters. So I mean, like, obviously they're gonna be a couple. Like, don't be dumb, and don't even get me started on that spin-off, because it's been 6 years since the last Dark Artifices novel concluded, and we've been waiting for that spin-off for 6 years. And I think it's so adorable because neither of them realizes their feelings because they're so young. They're babies. There's this one scene in the second novel where Livy and Kit are walking together, Livy being Ty's twin sister. So Livy and Kit are walking together, and Ty is up ahead, and he has his headphones on because he wears headphones a lot to kind of drown out the noise around him because he gets overstimulated and overwhelmed with too much noise. So Livy and Kit are walking together, and then Livy tells Kit he wears them less when you're around, and Kit is like, what do you mean? And Livy's like, yeah, his headphones, he wears them less when you're around because I don't think he wants to miss anything you say. And Kit is like, oh, okay. And she's like, yeah, I don't know what it means, but it's just something he does. And I thought that was so cute because the fact that his twin sister that knows him better than anyone knows that this is like something strange, or not strange per se, but something she hasn't seen before with Ty. Like, she's never seen him interact with anyone like that. She's never seen him care so much about what someone has to say the way she does about Kit. It's so telling of how much Ty cares about Kit that even his sister, you know, who knows him better than anyone else, can see it. And also, it's just so cute that Ty doesn't want to miss anything Kit says, because every time Kit talks, Ty is just like hanging on to his every word, and it's so adorable. And it's also just so funny but so frustrating to see Kit specifically battle with his feelings because he doesn't understand them at all. There is a scene where Ty is wearing all white, like he's dressed from head to toe in all white, and then Kit sees him and he's like, oh my god, like he looks beautiful. Like, and then in his internal dialogue he's like, oh, I'm probably just pointing that out because people with darker hair probably just look better in white. Like, he doesn't get it. Like, he doesn't get that you're pointing out that he looks beautiful because you like him, because you have feelings for him, not just because you think people that have dark hair look better in white. Like, it's so funny but so frustrating to see him kind of try to justify his feelings and be like, oh, this is probably normal, I'm thinking this because of this, you know? Like, he doesn't get that. He's thinking that because he likes him. He doesn't get it, and it's so cute and it's so frustrating. And their specific story ended on a cliffhanger, so it's been so incredibly annoying to have to wait 6 years so far for their spin-off, which I know will, you know, fix all their problems, I hope, and finally have them get together, because in the spin-off there's a time jump and they're a couple years older. So it's finally time to admit your feelings, Kit. You are obsessed with Ty and Ty is in love with you. Okay, so that's the end of my favorite fictional characters of all time. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this might push some of you guys to read or watch any of these shows to try to get to know these characters that I love so much. I promise you, you won't regret it. These couples are so beautifully written and are so important to me, and everyone deserves to experience them and their love. And yeah, life is so full of love. I hope you guys managed to find some during this holiday. And yeah, I love you guys. Bye!